Alright, so we're back once again. This time we're playing the Tier 6 Italian cruiser, the new line just released, the Trento. And I've played obviously the montecuccoli, and didn't like that ship at all really. Wasn't a massive fan of it. But it's a bit of a change of pace, the Trento, compared to the montecuccoli. I'm enjoying it a lot more. The guns are a lot more impactful for me. I think it's because also Wargaming changed the angle, I think, on the semi-AP shells, which I think makes them a bit more accurate. But anyways, and I think at the same time too, I've got a lot more as I put more games in, I've got a lot more used to like the idiosyncrasies of the Italian line, so I'm liking the ships a bit more. I still think they're very weak for the tier, or as ships overall, but they're not as bad as I thought they were. So we see the Fubuki. We're gonna start opening up on him, and if you look on the minimap, you can see the Scharnhorst, the KGV, all moving down our flank. So we should be able to farm some really good damage on those. And with that, we land 6 shells, get 6 penetrations, and the Fubuki is no more. And we set our eyes on the Scharnhorst. Now, because this is a fairly new, I'm still grinding through the line. I'm obviously at tier 6 at the minute. That's why this video is going up. But I haven't got the hull upgrade, and I haven't got the armaments upgrade yet. So, I'm only really able to shoot the Scharnhorst. I would love to open up on that, on the King George and that broadside Nuremberg, but without the range mod, it's just not possible at the minute. And another thing I want to touch on is that the firing range of the ship is extremely close to the concealment range, and in some ships you can maybe juggle, like if the concealment is really good, you can juggle firing, not firing, running behind islands, maybe not running behind islands, you know. But on these line of ships, or at least on this ship, the Trento, you can't really do that. As you can see, like 14.1 concealment and 14.7 firing range. So that doesn't really work on this ship. But yeah, I think as I said in my montecuccoli review, to me it feels more like a Russian cruiser. You're basically using your maneuverability to dodge shells and trying to get off as much damage as possible, while staying at the almost extreme edge of your range. As for some reason, although it's a German battleships, I think this guy's the wrong idea on the Scharnhorst. You can't really drive straight broadside at BBs and several cruisers. But he's gonna do what he does and get killed for it. Eventually. Now, after we take out the Scharnhorst, there's no real sense. We have the Nuremberg away at around 20 kilometers, and the only person left in that flank is the King George V. So we're going to make our way over to the other side of the map. We see a Miyoko and Atlanta pushing up, along with the Genova. So we're going to be able to, our damage potential on that side of the map is a lot higher than it would be on if I just turned around now and started chasing the King George. So that's the plan. Obviously you don't want to get too close, and you want to be able to escape if needed. And you always have to be thinking of things like the Atlanta radar. Again, if we do push in too far, we obviously have the smoke, which is a nice kind of protection. But you don't want to be relying on it too much, because you do. Obviously, it gives you 1 smoke automatically, then Premium gives you 2, and if you take Superintendent, which you probably need to take on this ship, it'll give you 3 smokes. So we see the Atlanta is basically broadside, and we start turning out immediately. Last thing we need is an exposed citadel on this ship. You know, there's been so many times where you just get detonated. Well, I've been detonated on this ship, just by not being aware of where a ship could be, and then getting broadsided. we see the montecuccoli opening up, giving us her broadside. So we decided to fire a couple of shells into her. We get 1 pen, but again, not overly effective. Mostly down to my aiming, not the actual ship. So take that into account. We are up at 21k. We did get the first blood in the Fubuki, so we're basically punching above our weight at this point in the battle. We're doing pretty well. Again, this is kind of like the Scharnhorst take 2. I'm not really sure what this guy was doing. Obviously, he's not as tanky as the Scharnhorst, and he's going to get punished a lot quicker. And we should be able to seal this kill with this volley. And we do. Now at this point we're detected by 1 person. Now if that was starting to jump up to like 2, 3, 4, we'd probably pop smoke and then get away. And I think we do, yeah, we do pop smoke. I think I was thinking if I need to turn out to the left, and if I turn out left I'm going to be exposing broadside, so I have to smoke up just to get away. And as you can see, make the turn to the left to escape. And we pick up the kill on the montecuccoli for no damage at all, as long as they don't ground. I think we should be fine though. So again, now we see the Mayoko pushing up, exposing the broadside. Obviously we're exposing our broadside too, but we are turning out. We just need to get around this island. And we get 6 hits on him for about, I think that was 9k. Which is very, very nice. I think overall I'm starting to realize how impactful the Super AP can be. It definitely has potential. I think with any line it's going to take at least a couple of weeks for people to start figuring out how to effectively play it. These things take time. Again, we see the Geneva opening up on us. We start immediately turning out, and we only get hit by 1. We fire back, and we get 3 non-pens and 1 penetration. We fire again. Obviously, he switched to AP, thinking it'd be more impactful. And it doesn't do all that much damage. See, it's situations where I'd feel, well, maybe not this exact situation, where it's kind of where you'd feel HE would be a lot more effective. Where the ship's turning out at that kind of strange in-between angle. Where HE would be so effective for setting a couple of fires. Obviously we get the Citadel there, so it's not all bad. But at angles like that, you kind of rely on HE in a ship to actually be effective. You can see Atlanta got itself into a bit of a sticky situation. He might be called Sir Not, but he's definitely not going to be surviving for all that long. We land 2 pens, get a 3k salvo on him. He is exposing his full broadside, but he's not going to be alive for much longer. Another 3k salvo. At this point I switched to AP, but that should have been done 1 salvo sooner. And he's going to be taken out by torps. No, maybe not. No. He evades the torps, but not my shells. Or the Gnei's now shells, and he drops. So obviously at this point the game's already over. It's basically a damage farming exercise right now. But we've got a good lineup on both these ships. I decided to go with the Mayoko. Obviously he's exposing the broadside. And the one thing I haven't complimented the ship on so far is the firing angles, as we get a 10k salvo on the Mayoko. The firing angles are exceptionally good. You can even see right now, like, I'm fairly well angled, and I would pretty much be able to hit the Genova, if I turned a little bit more and still be, if I was really well angled, just a little bit more to the left, I'd be able to hit him with all my guns. Instead, I load the super AP for some reason, because for some reason I thought the Genova would come straight at me still. So I had the super AP, or not super AP, semi AP, loaded for that. But that's definitely a mistake from me. I should be using AP shells right here. So we set a fire on the Genova. Not something you'd expect from this ship. We dodged torpedoes. And the only thing left to do really is take out this Genova. And then we might be able to get some damage on the guys now, but nope, with that, it's game over. It's GG's, and I'll see you next time.